Hey everybody, Damo here from the Charter Connection Fishing Charters and the Charter Vessel Diversity, bringing you a Tackle It to Marine and Recreation Fishing Report. It's mid-December and I do apologise for this report being late. I've been trying to keep them up to date as best I can, but this time of year it's madness, complete madness I tell you. Anyway, moving right on, let's get into it straight away. The snapper fishing has been pretty damn good, and other than a couple of slow days when the tide was small and maybe they were spawning, something like that, because the water temperature is 17 degrees, maybe a little over inshore, and I'm going to point to the chart soon and show you exactly where that warm water is and where the colder stuff is. It was a little slower for a couple of trips there. One trip came back with 10 or a dozen snapper, and then the next day you go and get 100, so it's just, that's how it goes. We know the fish are spawning because the fish are coming up with what we call bunt marks on their bellies. Now, bunt marks are basically where another snapper will come in underneath a fish and nudge it in the stomach and try and get it to release its milt or the good juice to get the procreation of the species going. So we know that's happening already, and it's only a matter of time, I think, before they start spawning en masse, as they say. Anyway, I'm going to briefly go to the chart now and just point to a couple of general areas where things are going off. The snapper have moved a wee bit. There's certainly a lot of bait up the coast, and it's amazing to see, you know, the sounder blacking out in 45-50 metres. It's just bait from surface to bottom. And the amount of gannets and whales and dolphins and stuff that's there feeding on this particular patch of bait, it's been there for about 2 weeks now. The amount of mammal life and stuff there is fantastic. So not only is it quite visual, the snapper fishing is also pretty damn good. There's also kingfish in it as well, so that's where the slow jigs have been going quite good. Snapping a few of those, and even chucking on a knife jig has been also very good. So I'll just flick over to the chart now and we'll have a quick look and finish up.
Okay, so ignore all the pencil lines because it's a work in progress. Where the bait has been is basically out here. This whole area here, straight out the gap at Takatu through here. Of course, there is always a bit in the telecom cable area, but you're not allowed to fish in there, so make sure you don't go in there at all. No fishing whatsoever. But this particular area here has been very, very good. Lots of snapper. It's up and down all through here. Basically, comes straight out the gap. Get into about 50 metres, and you'll be in there. Huge workups. Really nice size average fish, a couple of big surprises in there as well, a few Marco sharks, really quite exciting fishing, so if you're into that sort of thing. Further down through Flat Rock, and it's Flat Rock here, further down through here there's been quite a bit of fish also, and down this line has been very good. There's been a lot of fish there. There's also been a lot of fish, especially when it's been windy, down in here. It's like they all move inshore a wee bit when it's blowing from the north and northwest, so very good through there. Even right down to these islands here, there is still good fishing, and it will continue all the way through summer through here. This area is very productive all through that area, Motor Ora, Motor Reka, Motor Kiri Kiri, and through to Saddle Island. Further down Whangaproa Bay, the Bay of Whales, and aptly so, because the amount of bait that goes in there is absolutely astounding. This whole area fishes very well. One of my favourite lines for drifting through there is the Motor Ora to Wellington Reef line through here. Very productive line, especially if it's blowing southeast. Also a little bit of shelter there, which is probably one of the reasons we fish it there. Also, further south now, out on the elbow, we call this area here the elbow. This is where the telecom cable comes around the corner. This area here, or the compass rose, has been pretty productive as well. The fish aren't quite as big as they are further up off Takatu, but they have been pretty good and also in pretty good numbers, so another good area to try. Around Tiri and the northern end of Tiri has been also pretty good. The Tiri channel in the evenings has been very good, and the fish are starting to push down, right down through here now, and hard up along the back of Rangi, up through here. The evenings especially has been pretty good through there, and they're even right down inside the harbour. And as I crossed the bridge yesterday on a business run, I noticed a couple of the red boats fishing pretty much just under the harbour bridge. So all looking very, very positive in our mighty, mighty Hauraki Gulf for snapper fishing over Christmas. Make sure you get out there and get amongst it, because it really is a very good time.
So that gives you some idea about where things are at. I'm going to leave you with that now. There's plenty to do. We've got a huge workload on at the moment with the boat and with the Tacklet Marine products. You can buy Tacklet Marine products online at www.tacklet.co.nz, and also very shortly they will be in Top Catch stores. They'll be at Yeehaw in Panmure, 30 Jellicoe Road. Go and see Tony and John in there. A couple of very nice guys, very onto it when it comes to the slow jigging, the soft baiting, and of course the jigging, which is their core business. Go and see the guys at Yeehaw. Also on marine deals, they'll be up there soon too, so Antonio and the boys, they'll be able to help you out with what's going on. Also a couple of clever fellas. All these people fish, all these people use Tacklet Marine products, so can't all be wrong, can we? Anyway, this is Damo from the Charter Connection Fishing Charters, the Good Vessel Diversity, signing off for another fishing report. The next one will be probably on Saturday or Sunday morning, so stay tuned to that. You'll also notice that we're using a different YouTube channel now. Our last one got hacked. Dirty hackers. I can just imagine some poor little Filipino kid there sitting through hours of fishing reports. How exciting for him. It got hacked, so you'll now find us here on Tacklet Marine TV. Make sure you resubscribe to stay up to date with what's going on and get to see some of the footage and stuff that's coming through. Chris is on the boat on Diversity at the moment. It's got all the cameras and they're due to come back for cleaning, and the Canon's getting a service, and the GoPros will be emptied, and we've got some more cool footage coming up. So that's it for us. Make sure you go to tacklet.co.nz, go to charterconnection.co.nz, and check us out on Facebook. Diversity-Fishing, go and search that on Facebook. Get in to win there. 23 more likes last night, and somebody was getting a cool little prize pack for Christmas, including slow jigs and some stuff. This is Damo. See you later on.